Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football. Back here at Cy Fair West SQT, here with the head coach of the Katy Mayde Creek Rams, Coach Mike Arogbonlo. And Coach, appreciate you. Better known as Coach Arrow to me and you, but Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us.
Appreciate you, man, covering our kids and program.
Hey, they pay me to watch football, so
there
can't complain. So,
there you go.
First off, you're out here watching your kids play a level 7-on-7.
Yes, sir.
And we know it's not the real thing. The linemen aren't out here, the pads aren't on. But,
right.
But when you're watching your kids, what do you during 7-on-7? What do you want to see them when they're competing?
I just want to see them compete. Like, I want to see how they handle adversity when things don't go right. When we're not on the sideline to call plays. How a quarterback makes reads and just makes decisions. So that's what we're here to see. And after going against each other all spring, it's good to play somebody else.
Now, I talked to a lot of different coaches. Some coaches, when they're watching 7-on-7, they're on the edge of their seat. They're living and dying with every play. Are you that style? Or are you more relaxed?
I try to play cool, but I can't, man. I'm on the edge. It's tough.
Are you living and dying with every play?
Not every play, but almost every play.
that 4th and 3, you're living and dying on.
Absolutely,
right? Absolutely. Now, last year you took over. You just hit your 1-year anniversary at Mayde Creek.
Sir.
So last year you took over kind of late. You were drinking from a fire hose, trying to establish things, and you guys ended up in the fall having, I think, a pretty good year. You went 5-5. You were in the playoff mix till the end.
Yes, sir.
And considering the late start you had with your program, I felt like that was some positive things to build on.
Right.
How much this offseason, how much more normal has this offseason been? Or have you just been able to slow down and kind of get back to basics and kind of continue to build that foundation?
Right. It's still new, right? Because it's been the first, I tell the kids, it's been the first March I spent with them. It's been the first April I spent with them. So, but it was good to slow things down and teach and actually tell them and for them to learn what our program is really about. Had a chance to go through boot camp and go through off-season install and coaches getting to teach them and spend time with them and really build our culture the way we want. So we're excited about those things.
Now, you were a state champion assistant there at Duncanville in the DFW Metroplex.
Yes,
You're
sir.
a long-time Houston guy. You spent all your coaching career in the Houston area?
Yes, sir. All of it.
Now, and then you spent that 1 year in Dallas in the DFW area at Duncanville. Got a state championship ring out of it. There's a different brand of football played in Houston. It's not saying one's better than the other. I think they're both great. But there's a different brand of football in Dallas versus Houston. So going up to Dallas, having that year, coaching against those guys, maybe going against different schemes in different ways of how to get things done. Do you feel like you added to your tool belt as a coach, being exposed to maybe that different brand of football and take it down here and maybe add on to it, throw your own seasoning on it and make it your own?
Absolutely. And then you just learn, working under the Godfather and Coach Samples, you learn a lot, but being around the Dallas area coaches, we see a lot over there, a lot more even fronts defensively. And here it's odd front country in Houston area. So you learn so much of how to attack different defenses, how to attack different offenses. And definitely the Dallas area earned my respect for, the coaches out there and style of ball.
I know, me being a guy who travels all over the state, one thing I have learned is there are great football coaches in every single corner of the state and great football. That's why I said, Dallas football is great. I think Houston football is great. There's great football in San Antonio.
Yes, sir.
East Texas and the small schools. I know you're an SFA guy, so you're familiar with the East Texas brand. I think it's great. That's what makes our state great, in my opinion, is the brand of football that's played across the state. Now, looking ahead to the fall in 2025, I know you guys just missed out on the playoffs last year. You're looking to get over the hump and kind of take that next step as a program. In order for you guys to take that next step, what do you think you guys need to do in 2025? Are there any position battles that you want to see some young guys step up in, or is it more of a culture kind of buy-in and just, getting over the hump type thing as a program?
Well, just continue to learn how to win, right? Everybody talks about winning, right? And you have to, winning is a daily process, how you work on a day. So we want to see our kids continue to build on that. Just got an interception. Just want to see
that, right?
Yeah, loving that.
Guys, yeah.
So want to see our kids continue to build on the things we did towards the end of the year, where we kind of start playing Mayde Creek style football. Obviously losing our defensive end, Toby Hastrop to Oregon. Looking for young guys, our 27 DNs to step up. With Donovan Steen is a name to look for in the future, and also looking for our young quarterback to step up. Losing our senior quarterback in Trey Williams this year, so Ethan Lopez will be our quarterback this year. Obviously looking for other young receivers like Chad Nelson that's has several offers to step up this year. So all these kids, we're looking for them to step up and take the next step to grow our program.
It's never easy to step up in 19-6A. It's a tough district, top to bottom. I know you got to experience that grind last year, coaching that district. You know, the brand of football played in Katy ISD and the coaching and the type of team. I mean, every week it's a grind, isn't it?
Yes,
you can't sleep on anybody in that district, can you?
It's the SEC of football, right? Every week everybody can play. There's no weeks off, and our kids know that, and that's where that's where your depth comes into play, and that's where your core habits come into play on a daily basis.
Coach Mike Arogbonlo, the head coach of the Mayde Creek Rams. Coach, appreciate your time. Enjoy watching your kids compete.
Appreciate you, Matt.
Appreciate what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas.
Thank you, man.